Welcome to What the F***. I'm your host, Jim 2, your daily source for all your dietary Jim 2 requirements. Let's get a preview of tonight's show from my better half, my girlfriend, Isis Love. Baby, what do we got in store for tonight's show?
Aw, thanks, Jimmy. Issue number 1 is something I've unfortunately become all too familiar with. Can overconfidence and self-delusion actually make someone successful? I guess if this show ever gets picked up by a real network, we'll find out, won't we, hon? Issue number 2. Lucky people versus unlucky people. Is it more about attitude and less about horseshoes and four-leaf clovers? There are thousands of nervous rabbits eagerly waiting the verdict. Issue number 3. Are men who embrace their baldness less stressed out than men who try and fight? Hold on to your hats as our panel discusses this hair-raising topic. Finally, for our 4th issue, we discuss a player who has had to turn to topless dancing in order to earn a living. Jim, if I find out you did any personal research on this topic, you're going to be in big trouble when we get home.
Oh, yeah. Oh, honey, don't worry. Don't blow it out of proportion. I'll see you at the end of the show, dearie. All right.
Don't try to pull the wool over her eyes. Either.
There you go. All right. They are such an inspiration that little children aspire to become them when they grow up. But enough about gangsta rappers. Let's meet our panel. Starting with the far chair, she's more adorable than a kitten and a bush baby. Reenacting that scene from Brokeback Mountain. It's library worker Jenna Christ. Sitting in the middle chair, making his first appearance on the show, it's attorney at law Mel Patterson. If legal acumen was a gavel, judges would bang him all day in court. In between them, it's former Starbucks and Pete's Barista and professional midget cage fighter James Ilg. If comic callbacks was an oil field, Wildcatters would drill him before pumping him. And sitting next to me because he drew the short straw again, it's amateur artist and extremely minor league hockey player Bill Morgan. If intellect was loose change, he'd jiggle in my pants. Let's see here. Issue number 1. To succeed, must you first self-deceive. A team of researchers from the University of Edinburgh and the University of California, San Diego, go Aztec Warriors, has concluded that overconfidence actually beats accurate assessments in a wide variety of situations, be it sports, business, or even war. Their research shows that overconfidence frequently brings rewards as if they're sufficiently large compared to the costs of competing for them. In contrast, people with unbiased, accurate perceptions usually fared worse. The implication is that over a long period of time, natural selection is likely to favor those with overconfidence, and thus people with the mentality of, say, someone like Octomom will leave more descendants than those with the mindset of, say, Mother Teresa. For more, we turn to our science correspondent, Harry Hangglider Jones. HJ, what do you have to say? Yeah. Well, God, I hope Harry's friend. I hope that guy who's underneath him is a really good friend of Harry's because they're not. That's not cool.
Yeah, and here I was worried about that satellite crashing.
There you go. Exactly.
Little did I know.
All right. So anyway, Jenna, I'm going to start with you. Do you agree or disagree with this?
Yeah, I think it makes sense. If you're super optimistic and you just keep going and going, then you have a greater chance of success because you'll try to tackle things, whereas if you have a pessimistic or
pessimistic.
Yeah, or maybe even realistic.
Or not so good.
Yes. View on things, you might not try and go for opportunities.
All right. So, knowing this, have you learned any lessons from it?
Conquer everything. I can do it.
There you go. All right, James.
You can do it.
Now, you've been champion midget cage fighter several times, despite going up against overwhelming odds against fighters who are bigger and stronger than you. What do you have to say to this?
Well, it's all about confidence versus overconfidence.
Right.
Confidence being, knowing that you can do and you can do it. Overconfidence is thinking that you can do it, but you can't. And as such, overconfidence may work in the short term, but it doesn't really work out in the long term.
All right, but what's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Well, the difference is, if, let's say, you had Muhammad Ali versus Woody Allen.
Right.
Right? Muhammad Ali was very, very confident and perhaps even boastful and a little bit overconfident. And it worked out for him for a while.
Right.
And Woody Allen, on the other hand, very low confidence. Well, confidence in himself, but not overconfident. No one would ever say that. Yet, who's richer now?
Wouldn't know, but so I was, for some reason, when you said Muhammad Ali versus Woody Allen, I was thinking of them in a boxing match. And
Yeah, I'd take Muhammad Ali in that
I would
instance.
take Muhammad Ali, no matter
Well,
how much.
I don't know.
Actually,
Have
today,
you seen him recently?
Actually, today I would take Woody Allen.
He's
I
not
put my
doing
money
so
on
good.
Woody.
Yeah,
I'd
Woody,
take
I
the
think,
odds.
is
Oh, you're talking present day. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
long term, short term, long term.
All right, short term, long term.
Yeah.
Mel, you buying this or not?
I have to buy it. Yeah, I mean, I think overconfidence is key. As an attorney, and I know that. Well, people have said that I'm a legend in my own mind. I mean, I have to be.
Are you a legend in your own mind?
I think so.
All right. Would it also explain your dating life?
Let's not go there.
He's a legend in his own hand.
Wow.
Never mind.
Well, then I guess I don't need to give him a hand. Right?
Well, that's between you two consenting adults as to what you want to do there.
That's another story.
Yeah,
I
just gonna
think.
leave
No, let's not tell that
I
story.
don't think
Like it.
ISIS would like that.
No, probably not.
You don't know ISIS, do you? Yeah.
So, Bill, you buying this or not?
Well, obviously, I mean, I don't think there's any clearer proof that self-delusional confidence than the fact that if you're a researcher at, say, San Diego State, you think somebody would actually care if you did a study about whether or not being overconfident.
University of
Hey, but they
California,
think
San
they-
Diego.
Oh, excuse me. I thought you said something about the Aztecs at San Diego State.
Oh, I'll take your word for it.
Jim, such a sportsman. Yes, but so yeah, I don't know about self-delusional stuff. I mean, when you're on top of the world like I am, you tend to look down on those things.
Yeah. As the winner of the Snoopy Cup, did overconfidence help you out there?
It did indeed. And I'm wearing it now. I thought this might be a full contact show, so I'm actually wearing the Snoopy Cup.
Oh,
You're wearing a cup?
he's wearing.
Never mind.
I don't think we want to see. We don't want
I
to see
didn't
the
think it was
Snoopy
going to be
Cup.
that violent here.
Well,
But you know what, Bill? The cup was a lot smaller than I expected.
well,
And you've seen his cup. Okay.
well. When you're out shopping for a
Don't
cup,
tell
Jim, you are
ISIS.
expecting a smaller one. But
All
anyway.
right. Okay. Issue number 2. Is the key to good luck not giving a... I'm not going to say that. Psychologist Richard Wiseman concluded that the difference between lucky and unlucky people is being more relaxed and open to what's going on around them. I think that's a grammatical error. Unlucky folks tended to focus on a single task, blocking out everything else so much that they miss something important and unexpected. Mr. Wiseman conducted a test between folks who considered themselves lucky and unlucky. He gave them a newspaper and asked them to look through it and tell them how many photographs were inside. The unlucky people took 2 minutes on average to count all the photographs, whereas the lucky ones determined the number in a few seconds. How? The lucky ones caught a message on the second page of the newspaper that said to stop counting and told them the correct answer. Lucky bastards. But you know who knows about luck? This guy.
Of course, this is hardcore parkour. Jump from that pole onto that rock wall.
You know what? He's lucky because he still has him.
Now, he should have been wearing a cup.
Exactly. The Snoopy Cup, I might add.
Also, I probably should use that video for the overconfidence segment, but what the heck, right?
Yeah.
Also, I think that was the guy's audition video for an American Ninja Warrior. So, anyways. All right, Mel.
It's American Ninja
Mel,
Warrior-esque.
Are you lucky or unlucky?
I really don't care.
You buying this or not?
I'm buying this. I'm going to go for this because not caring is me, and therefore I'd be lucky.
Okay, all right. So you just don't focus on the task at all.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm surprised I haven't been fired by now.
And if you're lucky, they won't see this.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, James, you buying this or not?
Not really. I mean, luck. First of all, luck is pretty subjective. What's lucky and what's not lucky. I mean, I'm sure Kim Kardashian's husband feels he's pretty lucky right now, but we'll see a few years down the road. But to study whether or not you can see a little note in the inside of a paper, I don't know if that's a measure of luck.
No, I think it's a measure of just seeing opportunities that aren't obviously right in front of you. Yeah, and that's what makes people lucky versus unlucky. Do you buy that?
No, I'm seeing task-oriented people versus lazier people, basically.
So the lazy people are the lucky ones?
I guess. But I don't think the study is really reflective of what they're trying to prove.
All right, Jenna, what do you think?
I don't know. It's a weird one. It seems more like what James said, where they're studying perception, but maybe it's whether or not they perceive that they're lucky, or I don't know. It's self-delusion almost.
Maybe they're confident in their luck.
Their confidence,
Yeah,
yes.
I'll throw that to you guys. What do you think? Do you think luck outweighs self-delusion, or vice versa? Throw out to the table. Have I stumped you?
Well, as somebody with a long history of getting lucky, I can say that really what you got to focus on, maybe a little mouthwash and trimming the nose hairs.
Okay.
Seriously.
Well, seeing with you with ISIS, I'm a firm believer in luck.
I actually just wasn't looking.
Or delusion.
I was actually looking for something else when I found ISIS. So yeah, you maybe got a point there. Let's see here. If this is, assuming this is true, does this mean that women tend to be more luckier than men?
That hasn't been my experience.
It all depends on what you mean by lucky.
Hey, sorry.
I think women can be a lot luckier than men, yes.
Because remember, it's a difference basically between a hunter and a browser, right? Browsers notice things that they aren't looking for, but they spot different opportunities, whereas hunters are just single-mindedly focused.
A sheep versus a wolf. I'm sorry.
Don't miss the forest for the trees, as they say, right?
And what if there is no forest?
Okay. I don't know, but we're out of time, so I guess we're out of luck. All right. So, he says he didn't leave the Latin Kings, but that the Latin Kings left him. Mel Patterson will discuss his autobiography, Prince of Kings, after the next break. Wow, that is a large rash there, Bill. Oh, sorry, we're back. Issue number 3. Will men succeed if they let their hairline recede? A study from the University of Trier in Germany, I'm sure I mispronounced that, asked 160 men ages 18 to 30 years old how they cope with hair loss. The study found that those who tried hair replacement strategies were more stressed than those who did not. It appears those that tried medicinal or surgical treatments were more often disappointed because of the side effects and the cost. But you know who won't be disappointed? This guy.
Videos just get better and better.
James, what did I tell you about replacing show videos with your vacation videos?
I know. Well, I had to bring the couch along.
Well, all right. Okay. So, Mel, I'll start with you. Since, you're the closest. You buying this?
No.
No?
But then, I'm not going bald anywhere.
Yeah, sure.
We'll take your word for
Your
that.
problem is removing it because it just grows everywhere.
Yeah,
right?
Really, you want to talk to James about that waxing ink. If you want to know about hair loss, just,
Yeah, James, you buying this or not?
No. How ridiculous is that? I mean, that's, it's a lot like, asking if you eat regular meals, people who eat regular meals are less hungry.
Right.
People who have, don't think about their receding hairline are less stressed. Okay, so.
All right.
Maybe they don't know they have a receding hairline.
All right. Bill?
I'm sure it's true. I'm sure that there's a lot of miserable bald guys running around.
No. Not unmiserable bald guys. So
Well-
the bald guys are okay. It's the guys that are fighting the baldness, the guys with the toupees and stuff that are miserable.
The guys with the toupees are still bald.
Oh, that's
They just don't know it.
yes, but
So-
They're not accepting it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Jenna. So you're the only woman on the panel. Bald guy versus
about
not
you?
bald guy.
I
who
think
do you think is?
it's about
better?
confidence.
Right.
I mean, if the guy is bald and he's like, yeah, whatever, I accept it. I'm bald and I'm proud with it. Then the women see that. They see that they're confident and happy with themselves. They're not trying to cover it up with goofy looking plugs or toupees.
Explain
They'll-
Donald Trump then.
Oh my God, he was terrible. But anyway, I mean, look at Captain Picard. I mean, yeah, I'm a nerd, but he looks like so much better than people that try and comb over and.
But if you're
got
really
nothing to
confident with
comb
the wait a minute.
Yeah, he shaves it down. He's fine with the way he looks.
If you're confident with the comb over, will that work?
I suppose if you exude confidence, then yeah. But the
Or
thing is that
self-delusion.
they're trying to compensate for something that they have in themselves that they don't like, so they try and cover it up.
Well, like self-delusion, right?
Yeah.
Would that lead to a success strategy?
Only if they're lucky.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
See,
right.
if they were so deluded that they were super confident about it, then yeah, sure.
Okay. Now I have a question for the three guys on the panel. Which one of you changed receding to coloring your hair? on my teleprompter here. Come on, fess up.
Well, no, yeah.
You
I-
can
It
tell
looks
I don't
good, though,
color
Jim.
my
You
hair.
can't really even tell.
No, that's you on the other.
no.
No, that's just the spray. The Ronco
I
spray
No,
covers
I'm
up
not
the
talking
spot.
about the bald spot. I'm talking about the color on the temples. It blends well. It's a good match.
All right.
So, you know.
Now, is this since they talked about surgical or medical treatments, do you think this study was possibly sponsored by the toupee industry, also known as Big Rug?
Or hair club for men.
There you go.
Well, they wouldn't want to release it if it was done by them
Right.
because it would be disproving their therapies. So,
You'd probably see a study that said men feel better when they have fake on their head.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
So.
Do they, Bill?
I don't know.
How do you feel now?
I got to get some new glue. That's what I got to do.
it's so lifelike.
Isn't it, though?
We have
It should be. It was on an animal 24 hours ago.
we have duct tape, so we have
All
duct
right,
tape in
cool.
the studio. Okay.
Appreciate it.
So, anyways, let's see here. Let's see here. What was I? Do I have any more questions? Yeah, no. I figure I'll just go on to issue number 4. You guys all
We milked
Yeah.
that cow.
we milked it. We plucked it off.
That was a hairy one.
Issue number there you go. Issue number 4. Should someone who writes briefs be dropping them? And she got a JD and now she's flashing her double Ds. Carla, not her real name, grew up in the Midwest and moved to the West Coast in the late 90s to fulfill her dream of earning her law degree. Silly girl. After graduation, she worked for 9 years as a lawyer, but when she got laid off in 2009, she couldn't find work. She worked as a waitress and a gas station cashier, but couldn't pay her bills. So, she ended up dancing topless to pay them while she's getting her master's degree. But she still has limits as she won't do private dances or full nudity. For more, we turn to one of her professors.
Is this how you practice?
Oh.
I'll have to tell ISIS that's not. That I did not tape that myself. I just got it off the internet. Just thought you should know. So, I wonder if she's tenured. Yeah, anyways, okay. Let's see. Who am I gonna go to first? Mel, you're the lawyer. So you buying this?
You know, Jim, I really think that she's just doing research for a possible future practice. I mean, this is clearly one of those areas where she could pick up some employment law experience and make some extra money on the side.
It looks like she would be doing torts. But,
You know, it's
like a
her
dangerous
professor-
job. Yeah.
Well, her profession, there's insurance, workers' comp, that
I
sort of thing.
suppose.
There's all sorts of possibilities there.
Wait a minute. Aren't
But she
not
can't do
that I
two.
know from personal knowledge, but I hear somewhere that most of the dancers are independent contractors.
Well, are they? That's a big question. Yeah. That's a question. That's a current question in employment law. So I think she's picking up valuable experience here.
So you've researched this issue before, Mel?
Yes.
Have you done?
He had to work his way through.
That's right.
His
He's
degree
retired
somehow.
now.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm an employment lawyer. So.
That was him a couple years ago on the poll.
Wow, you really let yourself go, Mel.
Hey, you know.
Set up.
No. They were paying for this.
All the more to love.
Yeah. So he got the surgical implants to get to that, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
Bill, you buying this?
Am I buying it? I buy it frequently. In fact, I'm a patron. A patron of the arts, as I like to say. But in terms of this question of the employee, I think when you're out in the main room, they're employees. But when you get them back in the private room, they're definitely independent contractors. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so you fill out. So when you get them in the back room, do you fill out 1099s for them?
Well, I fill out something. Yeah.
Would that be the Snoopy cup?
Exactly.
No. At that point, well, never mind.
Because you have to pass the Snoopy cup to the rest of your hockey team members, right?
Yeah, everybody gets a day with the cup.
Oh, okay.
You really want to wash that thing, I tell you.
Sterilize it.
Yeah.
So, James, if you knew that your stripper was a lawyer, would that enhance or reduce your enjoyment of the experience?
I don't know. Ask ISIS.
Hey!
Everybody, stay in your chair.
Don't mess with the love of my life there. You know.
Take away the knives.
So, sorry, what was that question again?
Yeah. If you knew that your stripper was a lawyer, would that enhance or impede your enjoyment of the experience?
I don't think it would matter.
You've had that fantasy, huh?
Because like, you know, I think certain guys who go to strip clubs have the delusion that all strippers are working their way through med school.
Well,
they all think they're going to get lucky.
You'd know that she'd have a greater appreciation of your briefs.
Very good. Very good.
No, she might have a lesser appreciation of your briefs, correct?
Well, she'll learn to dance better around the law.
I like that.
There you go.
I like
Good for
that.
passing the bar or something.
Oh, wow.
That's it. BARRE. I get it.
All right. So, did you guys? I mean, I assume you guys didn't read past the second photograph in the story. So I'll go to Jenna. Did you find that at the end of the story that there's actually something inspirational or just some a positive thing that you can get out of the story?
Well, I mean, she's pulling up her bootstraps and, you know, making her way through school even after she had, you know, difficulties with her job. You know, she got laid off. She couldn't find work. She found an alternative means of employment that paid for everything and then some. So, you go, girl.
A story of redemption.
Yes.
All right. So, can you make money off of NEA grants from tiny sculptures of fecal matter? Bill Morgan will tell us how after our next break. Yeah, Mel, congratulations. I'll get that court date for you. We're at our fact-checking segment, so we'll go throw to Isis in the newsroom. Hey, baby, where did we go wrong?
Hi, Jimmy. Well, actually, on the first segment, the self-delusion as a winning survival strategy, it seemed like most of you pretty much agreed with the study. I was a little concerned, Jim, honey, that you know that you're doing a little bit of work giving Mel a hand and that you've seen Bill's cup. But aside from that, I do agree a little bit with James that you have confidence and overconfidence. I think that if overconfidence can lead to self-destruction.
Well, yeah, that would explain James's prior marriage, I think, right?
Yeah.
Your prior 3 marriages, if I'm mistaken, right?
4 now.
4? You're
Yeah.
working on 4? Well, I thought the 4th one to Sally McSlappy Nuts was just stage 1 for the midget cage fighting.
Yeah, well, I thought she was a guy, but actually she turned out to be a girl, so it was okay.
Oh, is that right? Oh, okay. So you got it annulled, right? Unless you got married in Massachusetts, right?
No, Utah.
Utah? Oh.
So you've never actually been divorced. You have 4 wives.
You have 4 wives? Oh, okay. What else you got for us, babe?
Well, I'm just kind of wondering also a question from Mal. Legend in his own mind. Is that a winning for him, or is that not winning from him?
Winning or not winning, Mel?
Wins for me. I don't know about anybody else. It certainly works for me.
I don't know if that proves or disproves the thesis, but I'm sure we'll have to ask Charlie Sheen there if we get a message.
Winning.
Winning? Are you winning, Mel?
Winning, duh.
Are you filled with tiger blood?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Are you a warlock too?
Oh, yes.
And that's not just your handle on World of
No,
Warcraft,
that's
right?
not. How do you know I play that?
Don't all lawyers play that?
No, not all lawyers play World of Warcraft. What else we got?
Well, turning to issue number 2, what lucky people do differently than unlucky people. I actually wanted to point something out with James. He talked about the issue of whether Kim Kardashian's husband was lucky. But I kind of just want to point out that Kim Kardashian herself, who seems to be quite unfocused, has quite a bit of money and has turned herself into a very lucky career, in my opinion.
No,
Her
yeah.
sisters, by the way, have even less focus.
Well, that is true, dear. But yeah, for Ms. Kardashian's luck, I think luck is another word for butt, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, Jimmy.
Oh well. Oh, that's
That didn't matter.
no. It's not. Well, for Ms. Kardashian, it's not the jeans. It's definitely not the jeans.
It's what fills them out.
That's exactly. So we have about 30 seconds left, babe. Anything else?
I actually really wanted to talk about the lawyer and the topless dancer. First of all, I want to know how you know that they're independent contractors.
I heard it on the internet, and my solemn prayer is that I never met her.
Okay. I'd also like to say that I think she probably owes more money than I do, so if I don't come home a few evenings of the week, I hope you're okay with that.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. I love you for you, not for the money, babe. All right. All right. So is that it for time? Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Awesome show. Thank you, babe. Great job. Great panel. Thank you, the crew. We'll see you later. And then they bring in the